Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. We are comfortably in, day 3 of Vegito Blue Week. Now, Vegito Blue Week has so far been going moderately alright. We've won twice. He's only looked good in one of those two fights. Now, what do we do here is the thing, because I want to keep TEQ around. I think this is one of those fights where I might actually be able to legitimately place Vegito Blue in slot 2 more often than not. And now, I know if you've watched the hard fight tier list, right? We are in the God event stages, right? And I personally rated all of these fights not too hard, right? Because all of them are sitting roughly a little bit under 2 million damage. Some of them go a little bit above it, right? I think the hardest one, the Beerus, right? If you build him up a bunch, he can hit over 3 million, which is legitimately a spooky amount of damage. But I don't think any of these fights are too difficult. The reason that we're in here, though, is because that they are all Realm of Gods enemies, and I wanted to make sure that we showed a couple fights where Vegito Blue will have his full passive active. Alright, so that's why we're in here. 8 million off the rip, not great, considering that is with TEQ support. But, yeah, I mean, it's okay, I guess, for a Rainbowed LR from a year ago. But, like, I'm putting him in slot 2, not because I want him to do bad, but because I think he will take damage from normals, like, pretty comfortably. And I want to get him to transform. Plus, you know, we kind of have to do it. Right, so, I'm going to try my best to not be, quote-unquote, disingenuous, right? And I know no matter what I do, something is going to come off as disingenuous when I use this character. Either if I do good, or if I do bad. If they die to this super attack, ow, that is a lot of damage. Well, I guess we're in... I guess we're in fusing range, I guess. That's a type advantage super attack post super. I know it's in their less defensive slot. But, that is still a... yeah, that's their full passive post super attack. There's not really a whole much we can do about that one. That was just not very good defensively. Yikes. Okay. I think I'll put mine... Oh, wow, that key is really bad. Yeah, I'll probably just keep mine in slot 1. Just because I feel like if I were to put mine in that same scenario, we would have taken significantly more damage. And that would have resulted in us, you know, kind of on the 2.7. Great. Oh. He takes damage then. I see. I wasn't expecting that. I won't lie. Was not expecting that. Also, by the way, Ewan, he reduces damage lower than 3 million to 0. Which is why Vegito Blue didn't do any damage on his attacks. Because he was below 3 million. Which is kind of sad. Now you can say, oh, but they weren't in their offensive spot, they didn't have a lot of their lanes active, they didn't have any support active. Yeah, you could say that. Well, we can also acknowledge that it wasn't very good either way. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh! Interesting. Do I... Okay. So the thing is, right, if I keep TEQ in rotation, we'll have his domain ready. But we won't be able to get Vegeta's hits in. And that's a lot of hits. Because the thing about this fight that I went into, Liquor, he is a dodge canceling fight, but he's the 3rd phase, so I think we will be fine if I do this. Because I do kind of want to have Vegeta's revive available to us. And this is his turn with guard, because this is his first turn, so we should be completely fine. And I do just kind of... I'll get a little bit of same type of orbs. Not too much, but just a little bit. No, we heal, but just a tiny bit. Oh, that sucks. Oh! Never mind, never mind. No, it doesn't. Never mind, never mind. Okay, you're dodging too many times. You only have 5 dodge, buddy. You're dodging a bit much. I need you to calm it down. He's been hit, what, 2 times? 3 times? Provided he doesn't kill and provided that he doesn't dodge any more attacks, we should have his revive ready. Interesting. And then... okay, we're good. We're completely fine. And then Vegito Blue is going to be able to get another defensive stack and potentially a couple offensive stacks. I think they've gotten, what, 2 12 keys? Yeah, so not a lot, but they got some. Alright, now we're here against Arak. What do we want to do? No, I'm actually gonna find keeping Beast as like a floater, because next time we're on this rotation, right? We're going to be able... yeah, I'm just... yeah. You know what? I'm gonna keep it like this, because if we revive, right? Next time we... oh, actually, if we revive, we won't be able to fuse into Vegito. Which would suck, actually. Because the revive will put us at 77%. He has to be below 70. We are running into problems. Well, maybe Vegito will be completely fine. Maybe nothing bad will happen. Maybe he eats these normals really well. Right. AGLUI dodges the super attack. Okay. That... I don't like how close he gets to actually finishing that super attack before you see the dodge. Alright, come on, guys. Okay, that's not a 12 key. Okay. They're building up a little bit, Again, I didn't really trust my Vegito Blue to be in slot 1, but I'm just hoping that he doesn't take 2 million damage in slot 2. Or I guess 300k. Alright. Okay, so we've gotten, what, 3 12 key stacks with them? Okay. I mean, that's a little bit more than I would have liked, guys. It's a bit more than I would have liked. Another potential issue. Next turn, we have Gogeta available, right? But, are we low enough HP to, if I do go into Blue Gogeta, that we will heal too much? Either way, I am gonna go into Vegito Blue, because we have him, right? I might as well. Also, I very specifically didn't bring Bulma into this fight just because I didn't feel like she would be very helpful. Anyway, let's bring Vegito Blue out. Well, so we have Vegito Blue out. How much HP would this put us at? Actually, you know what? I think even if we heal, we'll probably still take some damage somewhere in this turn, to the point where we can keep going with this. Now, do I want to use Vegito Blue's active here, or do we want to use it later? Because it doesn't do anything against the core, and I don't think we'll need it against Gin, or Jin, however you want to say his name. Well, he's the hardest one, though. Do we want to save it? Well, while I think about this, I'm gonna pop this. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an issue. Yep. I'll be right back. Let me adjust something. I figured out what I wanted to do. All right, so we're back, and what I wanted to do is I'm actually gonna leave both Gogeta and Vegito on rotation. So I am gonna pop his active skill here. And then I won't make you guys sit through Gogeta's stuff again, so we can go ahead and bring him out. And the reason I did that, right, is because I was thinking about it. Next time we're on this rotation, not only will we have access to Gogeta's taunt, but we're going to have access to Beast's taunt. And so my idea is I'm going to use Beast's taunt in slot 3, right? To float him off. So that way these two can stay on rotation. And then the next turn after that, I'll use Gogeta's taunt. And we should be fine. And the fight should end by the time we come back to their rotation. That's like my idea. That's like my thought process here. Now, I am still hoping that we take a little bit of damage somewhere, right? I don't know where we would take the damage. But if we... But, like, we do... actually, do we have the revive active to us? Are we below 77? No, we're not. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a little bit of damage because Gogeta healed us just slightly too much, right? I don't really like playing around with these these HP thresholds. It's just not very enjoyable for me. Just because, like, there's so many instances where you can just heal just a little bit too much, just a little bit, not enough, right? That kind of thing. And I just feel like that's really annoying. It just bothers me, like, greatly. Vegito Blue doing a bunch of super attacks, though. None of them are really that impressive attack stat-wise. Like, if you add them all together, it's probably, like, a similar amount of damage to, like, I don't know, like, turn 2 Gogeta? Maybe? I don't know. You'd have to add up all the goddamn numbers, but he did, what, 5 super attacks? 4 of them were 8 million, one of them was 10 million? Right? Someone can do the math for me, I don't feel like doing it. It's roughly 42, roughly. Yeah, which is like... Eh, well, I guess that's a singular Jiren super attack, right? After stacking, and after fusing, and after using his active skill, while linked up with his best linking partner. It's really not that good, is it? I guess I technically could have gotten more, hypothetically speaking. I don't think it really would have mattered that much, though. Alright. Gucci, maybe just get hit by this, actually? Okay, no. I think if he would have got hit by that, we would have been fine. Like, we would have lived and have been under the HP threshold for Vegito next turn. But next turn, we have TEQ. You know what's really bad, though? I think we're dead. I think we healed too much with Gogeta. Yeah, I think we're just dead. You know why? Because of liqueur. Or actually, do we live in a scenario, right? A possibility that we can kill liqueur before Vegito Blue dies? I think so. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible, actually. With the WIs, I think if I leave them on rotation together, we might be able to kill before Vegito Blue dies to a normal attack. Because his intro's not up anymore. And we were just barely above the HP threshold and we didn't take any damage. So let's see. I will need some of these to crit, though. That's like the big thing. Because if not, yeah, then we're just dead. We're just gonna die. Right, there's not really a whole lot we can do about that one. I guess you can technically say, oh, well, but maybe if you didn't fuse with... You didn't transform with Gogeta to heal, then you would have been fine. But then if you think about the position of where he attacked, right? The boy, Arak, right? If I didn't fuse, or didn't transform with Gogeta, Gogeta's base form, without his intro active, would have gotten hit by this super. Now, we did have Vegeta's revive active, but remember that Vegeta, his revive would have put us at 77% HP, which is still not enough for Vegito Blue to revive, or Vegito Blue to fuse. Now, you could say, okay, what if you put Vegeta in slot 2 instead of Gogeta, right? Then I'm like, okay, well, maybe. Well, let's see. Gogeta got super attacked, the second attack, right? So, would Vegeta have been completely fine there? I think so. Oh, that not being a super probably kills us. Because Vegito Blue's not going to do 2 health bars. It's not possible for him. He's not living this. Yeah. I don't think he's doing it. I think he's about to take 600k plus from this normal. I mean, I guess we do live in a world where if he pops off here, he could kill. The thing is, do I think like pre-transformation Super Saiyan Gogeta would have been fine at the end there? Maybe. I think maybe, yeah. I think maybe he could have. But we're good. Saved. We saved it, guys. Don't worry. Everything is A-okay. So now we're into Jin. No, we're gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna... we're just gonna do that. Alright. Let's see here. And now remember that Vegito's secondary condition for his passive also will proc off of having, I believe it's, what, a future ally on rotation post turn 7? So we will have a rotation of Vegito, Gogeta, Vegito. So, more than likely, we're fine. Oh, and we got the super attack with Vegito first before Beast gets super attacked, so Beast is going to have a little bit of extra damage from Vegito's super. Or extra defense, sorry. I think we're fine. But, like, that's one of the instances that right there that we just had, that, like last rotation against Liquor, where I don't like Vegito Blue, right? That's one of the things that you have to be really, really aware of, right? And obviously hindsight is 2020, right? So if I would have done that, putting Vegeta in slot 2, not transforming with Gogeta, and then putting Super Saiyan Gogeta in slot 3, we would have been completely fine, right? But in the situation where Arak decides that he's going to super attack slot 3, like Gogeta would have died, we would have procced the revive, and Vegito wouldn't be able to fuse anyway, right? There's a lot of those situations with Vegito where it's like these HP thresholds are very finicky, and it's very easy to go slightly over or slightly under with him. But I guess slightly under doesn't really matter too much, but it's mainly slightly over. And I think the fact that a lot of the revives nowadays are putting us at 77% HP is really annoying when it comes specifically to Vegito Blue. Because it just makes it so that you have to specifically try to go out of your way to get hurt, right? And a lot of these fights nowadays, they just straight up kill you. So it's really hard to go out of your way to get hurt and not end up accidentally dying or doing anything to yourself to the point where you're putting yourself in significant danger just to get Vegito Blue out. And I don't like doing that. I don't like risking the potential of winning a run, especially when we have fights with attempt limits, right? I don't like putting myself at the potential to lose my run based purely off of the fact that I have to go out of my way to get Vegito out or else I lose. I don't like having that predicament where it's either I get him out and we still, I try to get him out and we lose getting him out, or I get him out and we still lose because he's not good enough in when he's fused. So that's just one of the big reasons why I don't really like him that much. Not to be disingenuous with him, it worked out in the end, but that's just one of the things I'm not a fan of. So that's just something that I feel like I have to talk about. And this isn't even a fight that's hard, that is that hard to me, right? Like y'all saw the tier, I didn't rate this fight very hard, just because I don't think it is very hard. But it's a thing that you have to think about when it's Vegito. And some people are like, you don't like thinking in your turn-based game? I mean, a little bit, but not to the point where, okay, thanks for the dodge, buddy. Not to the point where it's like I have to be thinking 8 turns ahead to prioritize a singular unit. right? Especially a singular unit who isn't even that worth the thinking, right? If I have to put a significant amount of energy into trying to get a unit to its peak, right? And that peak isn't like even worth the time and risk needed to get into it, I would just rather not. I would just rather not do that, right? I would rather think about, okay, when do I have to use Beast active? When do I have to use Gogeta active? When do we have to use TEQ UI domain? I would rather deal with those kind of things than deal with, okay, Vegito's literally garbage without his intro active. How do we force it out? That kind of thing. Anyway, that was day 3. We won again. It was potentially kind of spooky, but we did win. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.